Uh, what's up, everybody? Didn't make a video last week because last Monday was my birthday, which is when I usually put a video out. Monday's my day off. Just got lucky and my birthday happened to fall on my day off. And I had, birthday party, dinner plans, so that kind of interfered with my normal video scheduling. But figured we'd kick off today with maybe putting a PC build together, or at least the layout or plans for one, because it's been a while. It's been quite some time. I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of scared to build anything because I've got a nice collection of parts, and I don't know that I can restock very easily. With just kind of been sitting back or holding back, waiting to see what's going to go on with all these tariffs and everything. So far, it's not looking good. I've been doing a lot of my normal YouTube watching, keeping up to date with everything, and man, they're talking about like 54% tariffs on China, which everything comes from. I know they can move they can move a lot of the stuff to different countries and then have them assembled there. So yeah, it came from China, but then they can take the parts to Taiwan, assemble them there, and then say it's made in Taiwan. So far, AMD is the only one I've seen that's being proactive, that has several different countries to kind of, prepare to get around that. I don't know. I don't know how it's all going to pan out, but needless to say, I'm scared to use up too much of my inventory because I don't know how hard of a time I'm going to have finding deals and restocking. And plus, I'd hate to put something together and sell it just to find out a week or two later that I could have got twice as much for it. I mean, not that I would try to profit off of, to an extent, profit off of all the wrongdoings going on and what have you. I don't know. I'm just rambling as usual. But anyway, I've got a fresh piece of cardboard laid out. I gotta say, I'm just really, really happy to have an actual dedicated space, and it's really coming together like one little piece at a time. We're far from where I want to be, but we've come a long way from the kitchen table and a non-gaming laptop. And really, really happy to have a designated little build space. And I've yet to build anything on it other than just doing some tinkering, taking stuff apart, putting it back together, troubleshooting, things like that. But I haven't done an actual full-fledged build on the new workbench. But I'm also thinking I might need to get like a small fold-up table or something to where I can put it in the middle of the room, but take it down when not in use, because I don't know. I just feel like it's going to be kind of hard to get some good angles with the wall being against, or the desk being against the wall. And from time to time, I will probably need to go back to my original kitchen table building, just because our kitchen table is circular. So it's actually really nice for, you can go around the table and get whatever angle you need to get while building. But this is gonna suffice quite nicely, I think. And I'm really digging the cardboard thing. I know I've mentioned it before in the last video, but the cardboard is really nice. Eventually, I will get an actual mod mat, but as we know, cardboard is non-conductive, so it does the job. It's nice that I can take notes on things here, and then if I do, kind of dick up the cardboard, I can just get a new piece from work, as I do work in a grocery store. Let's see where we're at here. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't plan very good for this video. I just kind of hit record and let's see what happens. So this is gonna be pretty organic. This is how you can tell, oh yeah, it's 38. That's my birthday balloons there. 38, not 83, but I feel 83 some mornings getting up. But yeah, this is how you can tell it's been too long since we've done anything. If you look at that dust building up, that's just not good. These parts have been sitting for far too long. We need to get some builds going here. But that's another thing. I don't want to use up all my inventory right now because it's really nice to have a lot of different various parts from different time periods, because honestly, what I like doing the most is, helping people with problems they have with their builds. And to be able to do that and be the most useful, you need to have a bunch of various parts laying around so you can do part swapping and troubleshoot what exactly has failed in their build, what component. But so I like to keep my inventory to a certain level where I have enough stuff laying around where I'm able to do that. Interchange parts until I can figure out what's wrong with the person's build, which honestly, that's what I have the most fun doing, just the troubleshooting and the whole figuring it out. That's kind of the most fun to me. That's more fun to me than actually building a computer from scratch, to be honest. But anyway, enough of my yakking. Let's see what we're gonna do here. I do somewhat have an idea in mind, I'm not gonna lie. I've got the Hyte y60 for sure is what we're building in, because I am very limited on cases. Like, this is all I have left is really high-end cases. I have the Hyte y60, which this particular one, it's kind of funny. Part of the reason I drove all the way to Tyler to get this, which is a good 40-minute drive for me, is this is the red and black. I don't know if you can see that real well. I never turned my light on. But yeah, this is the red and black version. It has the little anime deal on the side, because that's what the guy actually wanted, was this case here. So he never actually even built in it. He got the wrong case and he went back and swapped it. So this is a brand new Hyte y60. So this is what this build is going to go in. I know that for sure. And I think I'm going to go with an AMD build on this one. This is actually a really nice motherboard. I think we're going to go with this this motherboard. It's a B550. Excuse me. I don't know on the power supply. I would say it would probably make sense to go with this guy, because it has a red LED fan. And being that it's a red and black case, we're kind of locked into the red theme. So we've got our motherboard, power supply, case. This is going to be a higher end build, and the last build that I did and sold was what me and my coworker were calling the Megatron build. But I don't like it was actually a Tower 300. And I'm not saying that I'm trying to like one up each build I do. I'm not trying to just make a better build than the last one every time, but I don't know, a small part of me feels obligated to do that, because that's the nice part of not actually trying to make this like a sustainable business, is I'm not trying to make a ton of money, so I can have more fun going crazy with the build, rather than eventually after this we do need to get back onto getting some budget builds done, because that is what sells best. Who knows, I might keep this one after I get it put together for a while, because I really wanted to get a 50 series card, but that's not looking like it's going to happen anytime soon without paying some crazy scalper prices. But I think I'm going to go with this 3060 OC edition gigabyte. It's actually got 12 gigabytes of VRAM, which is crazy for a 3060. It's a 3-fan model too. Really, really nice card. I was actually holding that one back for my own backup plan in case I couldn't get a 50 series card. So, I don't know. This isn't actually a 4070 Ti. It's a 6600. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're gonna go with this card or the 6600. I'm not sure yet. And then moving over here, let's see. Oh yeah, this is one of the things I got for my birthday. I requested good spudger. All the ones I have are the cheap little plastic ones that keep breaking on me. And this is actually a really nice one. It's metal, so you got to be a little bit more careful not to dick up whatever you're working on, but good spudgers are hard to come by, it seems. Let's see what we got here. I'll have to take the heat sink off because that nice motherboard actually has heat sinks built in. We'll go with a 2 terabyte 990 Pro. And then, being this is a higher end, I actually happen to have 2 of the same Ripjaws kits. We're gonna go with that. Only thing, I got this kit for 15 bucks. This kit came in a bundle as well as that motherboard. So I can't really put a price on that motherboard. If I had to do like a breakdown guesstimation, I would say I got like 50 bucks in that motherboard. And I just dropped that stick of RAM. One problem we are going to have with the RAM, I've never done this before, but I assume it'll work. I didn't notice this. I just got excited when I found this for 20 bucks on Facebook Marketplace, and I lowballed them to 15. It was like, because I knew I had this kit at home already. This 2 16 gigabyte kits, so we'll have 32 gigs in total. But the only downside of this is one of these is 3200 speed, and this kit is 3600, I believe. Yeah, 3600. So when we overclock it, we're just gonna have to set it to 3200. We'll have to run at the lower of the 2 speeds. I assume that will work. I've never actually had to do that type of janky stuff, but 3200 is still very acceptable speed for DDR4. And let's see here. We got the power supply, we got the motherboard, we got the case, we got the RAM, we got the SSD, we got the GPU. Let's see. Put y'all over here. Set y'all down for a second because I actually got something really cool planned for this build. And a couple of things we can unbox. I just haven't had time to mess with. Make sure I'm in frame here. For one thing, for the workbench side, that like I said, it's coming together one piece at a time. But this is going to be really helpful, so I'm not like climbing under the desk back and forth. I'm trying to make a video, but I got a power strip that actually clamps to the desk. And this particular one has a LED strip around it, and it has 4 Type-C and 2 Type-A ports. So I thought that was going to be pretty handy. I think I paid like 25 bucks for it. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Keep me from going back and forth underneath the desk, plugging things up. Whatever I'm working on at the time, I'm just plugging in for a second. I can just, boom, it's right there. So that's a really nice purchase, I think. I've got a lot of big plans for the workbench side of the desk. I'm actually kind of more excited, especially with the 50 series panning out the way it has. I'm more excited about stuff that upgrades and stuff I'm going to do for the workbench side than I am my personal desktop build anymore. So it's sad but true. I mean, I'm just kind of holding back. I'm not going to spend a stupid amount of money on a 50 series card right now from a scalper. But this is going to be pretty cool here. You know, like the Y70s have the monitor built into the case. Well, I went ahead and spent 130 bucks and got a monitor that'll go into the case where it'll be like a Y70. So we've upgraded our Y60 to a Y70 and doing this pretty much. Only thing is, I don't think this is actually touchscreen, but it'll still be cool to have a monitor built into the case. Hope that's long enough. Pretty sure it is, but either way, that'll be really cool. I don't think that's tall enough. I swear, I'm pretty sure the case is taller than that, but either way, it'll be cool to have a monitor built in. And the one that Hyte actually offers, I looked at, and it's stupid. They don't come with this part built in, the little circuit board and everything in there. It all is separated. You have to, the Hyte, you know, gives you the schematics or whatever to where you can 3D print your own little back plate. But I don't have a 3D printer, and VD Display, I think is this brand. Yeah, VS Display. Actually already has it all done for you, so why even mess with that? And it was actually cheaper than Hyte's. I want to say Hyte wanted like $150 for theirs at the time of ordering. But yeah, this way you don't have to mess with any of that. And it comes with the little Molex is how you power it, I believe. And then it comes with a little mini HDMI or mini display port to actually power it and connect it. It'll just act just as a monitor. So I don't know, it'd be kind of cool too if you want to go to LAN or something like that. You'd have a monitor already built into your case. Not the most ideal fashion to be able to use as a monitor, but I don't know, I think that's really cool. Once I get this together, who knows, I might keep this thing. I still don't have a desktop, and my personal build is just, man, I've been dragging it out for over a year now. It's getting kind of ridiculous. But I was waiting on the 50 series, and we saw how that played out. But that 3060 is really more than enough to get by on. You know, I'm not a professional gamer or anything, so, and it'll do some editing, especially it being the 12 gig version. That's actually crazy that they made a 3060 with 12 gigs of VRAM. If I'm not mistaken, the 3080 I think only has 11 gigs of VRAM, which is really weird. They put an odd number like that in there. But I don't know. Who knows what NVIDIA, their plans and tactics are crazy. But anyway, I think that's everything. We got the SSD, we got 32 gigs of RAM. I think I'm going to be going 32 from here on out. You know, 16 used to be the meta, but now it's like a lot more games are requiring more RAM. So unless it's like a super budget build we're doing, I think from here on out we're going to be putting 32 gigs in all our builds. Like I said, if it's a super budget build and we're really cutting corners, then we'll do the 16 gigs like normal. But from here on out, I think 32 is going to be our baseline. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. We got the power supply, motherboard, case, fancy dancy monitor, SSD, RAM. yeah, I think this is going to be a really nice build. Probably not going to build on camera. Oh, the CPU cooler and the CPU. Might need those to power this, huh? Let me see. I don't know how we forgot those things. They're quite important. I know this looks crazy to have all these CPUs all thrown in there, but those are just some old school Pentium chips. Nothing special. It's not like I got really good CPUs just loosely in a bag like that, I promise. But yeah, we're going to go with the Ryzen 7 5700X. Yeah. I was actually kind of planning on keeping this motherboard for my test bench setup, my test bed, but I don't know. We'll figure that out later down the road. I'm ADHD, so my problem is often I have too many things going at one time, never completing any of said task because I've got too many things rolling around in my head at once. But for the CPU cooler, I got this bad boy. The Thermalright. Man, I got the Thermalright Aqua Elite V3 is what I was using for a lot of my builds. It was $50 before all the big YouTubers caught on to that, but now everybody's using that CPU cooler. But I found this one for $60 actually. It's got the infinity fans, so that'll look really nice. Only problem on that one, I'm really not wanting to order or spend any more money on this build. I'm wanting to use what I have in-house already. I don't have any more of these infinity fans, so I know the Y60 comes with you know, Hyte fans that are non-RGB. I think some of them are actually 140 mil too instead of 120. But we're going to swap those out. I think I have some stuff that'll come close to matching. I've got these Sama fans. I got these for like $10 on Black Friday. They're not going to be the infinity style, but I don't think it'll matter that much. I think it'll still look good. Everybody's going to be looking at that monitor built in more than anything anyway. I've got some Thermalright fans as well. We can use these. Yeah, we'll keep those non-RGB fans in there that come with the case, and for the bottom. But for the, I think I'm gonna mount the 360 CPU cooler on the top, and then for the side exhaust fans, I'm gonna use these bad boys, I think. Yeah. So, oh, and if we really want to go all out, I think I might actually add some streamer cables on here too. Got a couple of them lined out. All we got here for cables. These are white. I know I've got some leftover red and black cables from the Megatron build. So I might use the 24 pin, and then for like the GPU and the CPU cables, I think I've got some red and black ones left over from another build. But yeah, that'll do that. Yeah. But, all right, yeah, I think that's going to be the build. I don't know. We'll see how all that goes. Like I said, I'm not going to do the actual build on camera. We'll see. I know I've been kind of all over the place rambling and grabbing parts and stuff for this one. Like I said, I didn't put a video out last week because it was my birthday. I wanted to have something for you guys this week. But I'm gonna put all this together and make a separate video kind of going over the build once I get it all put together. But yeah, I haven't seen my co-host this video yet either. I know how to get him in here. Oh, Axel, Raxel. And there he is, sitting pretty. Say hello to the folks at home. That's a good boy. Boy, he loves them Omaha sticks. I don't know if they have these in your area, but man, he goes nuts for these things. And, you know, he's a butcher's dog, so he eats pretty well. There's not many treats he really cares much for, but he loves these things. But, yeah, that's going to do it for this one, folks. I'll keep you guys updated. Tell him bye, Axel. Peace.